What is going on with the drones in New Jersey?
I have no idea. We haven't been here all week.
We haven't been here all week, but like, what is going on?
I don't know.
I think drones are just flying in the air mysteriously. They're unidentified. The FBI doesn't know about them.
I just went upstairs and talked to my dad about this, and he said they're looking for nuclear stuff.
What do you mean nuclear?
He said there's stuff missing from Ukraine. I don't know.
Wait, what?
That's what my dad literally just told me. I don't know. I think we have to go get clarification. No, I think it is true, but I think we need to get clarification.
Okay. Stuff is missing from Ukraine.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that it's aliens.
I'm just asking you. I'm saying is the theory there is that somebody stole something
Let's
from
not
Ukraine?
dive into that theory because that's literally all I got. That's all I got on that.
Okay.
I don't know what the drones are. I think it started out as something, and I don't know what that something is. And now it's probably like anyone who has a drone is flying it just to mess with people.
I don't think you're allowed to fly drones right now. I think they've put a limitation in New Jersey saying, hey, do not fly your drones.
Drone.
Do what? You want to go out and fly it?
No, it's not here. It's not at this house.
Okay. I'm wondering if the aliens are finally here. Is this just one big prank that someone's pulling?
Calm down.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
It's extraterrestrials.
I can't
drones.
say that. You can't say a lot of things.
I just don't know what's going on. It's not tiny drones, though. People have reported that these drones in New Jersey are as large as cars, if not larger.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're just airplanes.
They could just be airplanes or helicopters. Probably not helicopters.
I've seen people also post photos and then post it onto Twitter, and then Twitter kind of takes it down and says that's just a constellation.
And that means the government's just lying to us. So watch this get taken down now because we're saying the truth.
I don't want
it's
this.
The truth.
We don't want this podcast to be taken down. We don't want
this podcast taken
We really don't. There's been over 5,000 drone sightings in New Jersey reported to the FBI.
Within like a week, right? I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's pretty insane.
And I think they're investigating on 100 of them.
So they don't care. They just don't give a damn.
They said New Jersey's not in trouble. I think we're fine. Listen, let's go outside.
You're going to believe everything the government says?
I don't know what I'm going to believe, Brian.
I don't believe anyone. I like to make my own analysis.
Okay, that's fair. So these drones in New Jersey, who knows what's going on?
No one.
We don't have anything to do with it. That was a wink for the visual.
I don't have anything to do with it.
Okay, yes. But
we don't know much about it.
So if you see one, it might be Brian's drone.
Yeah, we haven't seen any. My dad said they're all over the sky, but we haven't seen a single drone because we haven't been here.
Yes, we haven't been here. And this is podcast
111, 111. And the reason why we haven't been here is because we were in Miami.
Miami, Rolling Loud.
We went to Rolling Loud, and it was awesome.
Shout out Backwoods.
Shout out Backwoods. Shout out everyone that we met there. Cam. Ahmed. Shout out to him. We got interviews with Sexy Red, Big X the Plug, Chef G,
Matt Zingler, who's the co-founder of Rolling Loud,
which was big.
Caribou.
Caribou. Clank. OT7 Kwani.
Yes.
And a bunch of other artists that performed at Rolling Loud. It was very awesome. Shout out to Rolling Loud for having us again. That was our second Rolling Loud. Your first.
Yes, my first Rolling Loud of all time.
But Makeshift's second Rolling Loud. But yeah, shout out to the guys at Backwoods. Rodney and Reese. They were the boys.
Yeah.
What else went on there?
I don't know. Maybe we need a Brian's monologue to explain it.
No, it's okay. We don't need a monologue.
I feel like the people are going to be disappointed if you don't do a monologue.
If I don't do it, I'm not going to do a monologue this time.
No.
I'm gonna see what they say if they miss it.
Okay, so if they miss it,
if you guys miss the monologue, I'll do it next time. But if I don't see a single comment about it, I'm not going to do the monologue.
Yeah, so you have to comment if you want to see the Brian monologue.
I need at least 5 comments.
Okay, I feel like that's a low bar. Okay.
Yeah, so we saw, what was your favorite set?
I mean, the Big X the Plug one was really one of the few that we got to actually go see. Yeah, we were busy working, getting content for you guys.
Yeah.
But my favorite story from it was the Travis Scott portion.
Yes.
So basically you had to take a golf cart to the press compound.
Press pound.
Press pound. I could press pound on my computer. And you have to take a golf cart there. So towards Travis Scott's main set.
Yes.
We got on the golf cart. We're going back. We didn't even see it, but he landed on a helicopter.
Yeah, we did not see that. Well, so prior to this, we had waited 2 hours in the press compound for Sexy Red to get an interview with her. It was the most hectic 15 seconds of our life because everyone was saying no to us. These bunch of people were saying yes, that we could get the interview. We got the interview. We were all hyped up. So we weren't even looking around. We were all hyped up. We were like, let's go. Got to the golf cart and then we drove out.
Yes, and we drove out and then all of a sudden, this big tank-looking car in front of us
Well,
We're
we
like-
could put the video on.
Yeah, we'll put the video on. I'm like, what is that? I have no idea what that is, but we didn't really acknowledge it that much. We were
No.
just like, oh, that's pretty cool.
And I was making a joke that, maybe Sexy Red's manager was in there.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't think it was their one of the guys didn't like us very much.
It's okay.
I don't think it was the manager.
It's
but
his job not to like us. that
Leslie,
much.
if you're seeing this, I think that's the manager.
No, Leslie's good.
He's a good guy.
Leslie was awesome.
Good guy.
I like him.
Yeah. So we were like, yeah, maybe he has Sexy Red in there.
Yeah, but no. So we passed them in the golf cart. We passed a tank in the golf cart.
Correct.
And then we go by and it's honking behind us. And I really don't know why. I'm like, is it something falling off the cart? Are they just mad that we passed them? I have no idea.
Yep.
And then we pull up and we'll put this video in too, who is one of the press ladies, Cam. Was sitting there and she took a video of us and she goes, introduce yourselves. I'm taking a video. It's like this makeshift project, blah, blah, blah. We'll play the clip. She then pans over to the truck. And she goes, look, it's Travis Scott. And we're
we
like,
didn't know.
what? We had no idea. And then he winds up going past us, goes right behind the stage, goes on the stage, starts performing. And we tell the same
So
story.
basically, we escorted Travis Scott to his main stage set at Rolling Loud in
Pretty
Miami.
much. I still can't find the video, by the way. They have every other set from Rolling Loud. But
We'll
that
we'll
one.
get it. We'll get
Yeah,
it.
hopefully we'll get the clip of us passing them in the golf cart and we'll
Yes.
put a little
But
comment.
Rolling Loud was sick. Shout out to Backwoods. They hooked us up with a bunch of merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have to shout anybody else out?
I think
Shout out
anybody
to
else
Big
that
X
was
the
there.
plug.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna love the short form content. If it isn't out already, there's gonna be a ton of content coming out for the weeks to come. And we have a special guest on this podcast.
Yeah. So another update is that we have a special guest, Michael DiCostanzo.
Yep. You guys definitely know him.
Yeah, you had to
everyone
have
knows
seen videos and clips of him, and he's doing all different types of content now. He's an awesome guest. We just finished recording with him.
And we're gonna kick it to him,
Yeah. Are we?
right?
But we intro it, so we're not really kicking it to him. We're
Well,
just
we're gonna
kicking
kick it to the
ourselves.
interview, right?
Okay. Well, not yet.
Right?
Let's do it, and let's do it right now.
Right now?
We already did it.
We're gonna kick it right
Now.
now.
We're here today with Michael DiCostanzo. He has 1 million followers across all social media platforms. He specializes in game-style content similar to the way that we do.
That's
you and
a
I,
fact.
Brian.
That's a fact.
We're excited. He's done stuff with Freddie's show, a few of our other friends.
Yep.
We're excited to have him here. Michael, how you doing today?
Oh, glad to be here. I mean, this is just what a time to be alive.
You're all Christmased out back there.
Again, I told you guys before the stream, this is my Super Bowl, Christmas. So I go all out, and these things are staying up till June.
When is the appropriate time to put up Christmas decorations?
All right, so we are hopping straight into probably my most volcanic take of the day. I throw them up in September. I get rid of them
That's
in August.
crazy.
I get rid of them in July, and then you have August as like a buffer. But then right back in September, they go right back up.
Wait a second.
Or are you celebrating Christmas in July and then you're going back, take them down, and then put them back up in September? That's like back to school season, Labor Day.
Well, right, because you want to take them down in June, but then you have Christmas in July, which is like that's a holiday in and of itself. So you keep it up in July, then you have August, and then they're right back up in December. It makes the place homey. It's a good time.
Wait, I'm so confused. When do you take them down for actual Christmas? Like Christmas passes January 1st there. When do you take them down?
July, after Christmas in July.
You leave them up like 4/5 of the year?
Yes.
It's an
That's a
absolutely
wild take.
it's a volcanic take.
I thought I was going to agree with you on that because I like to put them up the day after Halloween and keep them up into like mid-January. And I thought that was like kind of crazy.
Yeah, you got to get that one figured out. You're not good enough for me.
Zach doesn't even like putting them up until like mid-December.
I don't even put them up. I don't need them.
All right, that's crazy. Well, for me, I mean, in this case, I've kind of moved every year for the past 4 or 5 years between college and then post-college. So they're pretty much up until I move, and then I move somewhere else, and they're right back up like they never left.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, you're sticking to your guns there.
Permanently Christmas. I love it.
Yes. All right, Michael, for people that don't know you on our channel, give them a little background, how you got started in TikTok, how you got started in YouTube, what your plans are. Give us a little background here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I could yap about myself for days. So
Yap it up.
I've been making videos like unsuccessfully for like 2/3 of my life. I got on YouTube when I was like 10 and I started posting videos of me playing basketball in the backyard for 50 people. And I did that for 6 years. And then TikTok comes around and people are like, oh, you got to get on TikTok. Like people are going viral. Like anybody can do well. And I'm like, all right, sign me up. So COVID, this was June of 2020. June 1st, posted my first basketball video. Did basketball on that for a while. It evolved into like trick shots. And man, like my life sucked. Like I would bike 5 miles to the nearest basketball court, film trick shots for 3 hours, miss all of them, go back home dead, and repost one that I had made a month ago. I did that for 2 years, and then I got COVID, and I was like, oh man, I got COVID. I can't do trick shots anymore. So I filmed the Wordle, which was good. People liked it, and I was like, oh man, people are streaming Wordle on TikTok. All they're doing is typing in 5-letter words, and they have 2,000 viewers. Like, I can do that. Like, all you got to do is talk. So I did enough Wordle videos to get me to 1,000 followers. Then I was able to stream, and the first stream did super well, and I was like, all right, this is life now. So I did Wordle for two years, and obviously that kind of got repetitive. And now I kind of want to just expand. I want to take the content to like the next level. I want to travel the world making crazy challenges, races, scavenger hunts, all the stuff. So we got big plans, but for now, doing a little bit of everything, and I like it.
Did you start in college then? Because you're what, 24 years old, I think?
24, started, Wordle started my junior year of college. Trick shots was freshman year, but that obviously I'm not counting that.
What was your major in college?
Communications. I almost
Makes
finished.
sense.
I was right there.
That was mine
I almost
too.
Finished, and now I'm going to go back because I should probably just have the degree. So I'm going to go back. I got 4 classes left. I don't know why I didn't finish, but we're going to do it.
Hey, you got time to be able to do that. Brian's a communications major.
I'm a communications major. I took the easiest path in and out of college.
Yeah, I did the same thing and didn't even succeed. So
Yes, that's fair. What's your favorite? I know you said you're doing I see all the scavenger hunts, I see the traveling, I see the over-unders, and I love all that stuff. I want to know what your favorite series or favorite thing you have done and do consecutively or consistently on your channel.
There you go.
yeah, I do a lot of series. I just feel like, things that people can, watch and then come back to keep continuing watching and give them a reason to follow. That's awesome. So obviously it started out with Wordle, not really a series, but same thing. My favorite thing by far is the stuff that I'm, starting to do on my YouTube channel. Now I've only put long form. I've only posted 2 of them. One was we raced to the Eiffel Tower, who can get there first. And then the other one was we did a ultimate Chicago scavenger hunt. So racing through the city. I got a video coming out, probably, I'm sure by the time this is out, where we raced to New York City from a different location that was not New York. So I'm not going to spoil anything. That's definitely my favorite thing to do. I have crazy plans. I want to race to see who could touch both oceans first. I want to see who could touch every country in the UK. I want to just race all these different places because I feel like that's just crazy content that not a lot of people are doing. And
you get to see the world. I know the Sidemen used to do stuff like that, or I don't know if Mr. Beast has done it or somebody's done it. A few channels have done kind of similar stuff where it's they'll all meet in one location and they'll give them an unlimited budget and take a plane the furthest you can get from the spot where you start in, that's the winner, and they'll go to Hawaii or China or something like that. That's pretty cool. I watched your Paris video and it was great. The editing was fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't do that. I wish I knew how to edit a YouTube video. I did have to, have some help. But yeah, I also do want to give a shout out to Jetlag the Game, a YouTube channel. I've gotten a lot of inspiration from them. They're doing hide and seek in Switzerland and tag across Europe and all this stuff. So that was kind of the inspiration. But like you said, I have seen those videos where they do furthest traveling in 24 hours. Those are electric. I want to do that. That sounds cool.
So obviously the traveling takes a lot of time to do these types of videos. That's Brian and I's biggest enemy right now is time to be able to do stuff. I'm assuming this is your full-time job now.
Social media as a whole, for sure. Yeah, full-time.
Have you, you did this in college and it kind of transitions right out of college to just be doing this full-time? Or have you ever had an actual 9-to-5 job, or this is it?
As far as 9-to-5s, no. So in high school, I had a bunch of different jobs, just as a high school kid trying to earn a little money during the summer. I worked in construction one year. I worked at a health club. I worked at a pool, a pool deck, towel boy. I was somebody's assistant. So I did the whole 9. But yeah, in college, I really started as a job in college. I did this a lot more than I did college, hence why I didn't finish. But now I don't have to worry about classes. I can just commit all of my time to this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you move in with your girlfriend or did you move near your girlfriend?
I moved near my girlfriend. Yeah, we live 5 minutes away. I live in an apartment. Okay. She's she has this whole baking business. She's actually not allowed to live in an apartment via like certain baking laws. She can't sell stuff out of an apartment. Whoa. So she's got to live in a house. I live in an apartment. We'll live together at some point, but not yet.
Mm-hmm. That was my question.
When'd you meet? Come on, give me the story. I want the details.
We met sometime within the past year and a half. That's all I'll say. We
nice.
We haven't told the story of how we met publicly. We will at some point, but that's all you get. Unfortunately.
Deal. That was my question, because I saw that you guys just celebrated her hitting 1 million followers on TikTok, and I've been seeing her doing the baking series, and I saw you talking about how she should keep doing the baking series because it always hits for her. Like whenever she does that, all those videos get like multi-million views. I just wanted to know your take on that. Like you guys do a ton of stuff together now, and now that she has 1 million, like how cool is that?
Oh my God, it's the coolest thing ever. I got to watch her page kind of take off. She was obviously doing it a lot when we started dating, but she had a few videos really, really take off, namely that first delivery series video where she delivered to her friend Cassie. And that really kickstarted her page. And I was kind of there to watch it unfold. And I'm so proud of her. And yes, the delivery series is the freaking goat because, again, it's like travel stuff. It's so interesting. People don't see that every day. I recently did a video where I was bored one day. She said she wanted a bagel from New York, as a joke. So I went to New York that day and brought home a bagel for her, which was real. That was 100% not staged. But those type of videos are awesome. So I definitely want her to keep doing the baking series. If you guys want a cake, let us know.
Deal.
Would you consider yourself an expert in baked goods now?
I consider myself an expert in vanilla macarons because that's always what I ask for out of her. They're the best.
Okay, well, we're going to ask you to rank some baked goods just because of this whole kind of tale that we got going, all right?
I love that. Okay, yeah.
Rank these baked goods without knowing what comes next.
Okay, let's do it.
Slutty brownies.
What?
You don't know what slutty brownies are?
Slubby?
Slutty.
Slutty brownies. No, I don't know what that is at all.
All right, I'm going to break it down for you. So it's 3 layers. The bottom layer is a chocolate chip cookie. The middle layer is an Oreo. And the top and surrounding layer is a brownie. So it's a chocolate chip cookie, Oreo, and brownie all in one. It's literally one of my favorite baked goods ever.
All the ingredients are hooking up with each other. It's. I think that's why it gets its name.
Is that why?
I'm making it up. Okay. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in on it. That's not at all. I got to say, that is not at all what I expected out of that name. Just off of lack of knowledge, I'll throw it at 5. But look, it's really good in theory.
That's crazy.
I've never had it.
That is crazy.
I'm ashamed in you. Even if you haven't had it, you can pretty much taste it.
Well, I haven't had it. How can I put it at not 5? I haven't had it. That's so fair.
You guys got to get baking over there.
What about a glazed donut?
Had that a few times. I don't go to glazed. If I walk in a Dunkin', I'm not going to glazed. There's better donuts. But it's a 3. Any donut has to be top 3. Donuts are different, man. Give me 3.
What's the goat donut?
The goat donut is a cinnamon sugar donut. Yeah, hot take, don't care. It's the best in the game. Cinnamon sugar, lathered.
You show us that, and we'll show you the slutty brownie. Deal?
Well, one of them is a cinnamon sugar donut, and then one of them is this concoction that nobody's heard of. So this is not my fault that you guys haven't had that. That's on you.
People have heard of it.
All right, so you got 5 and 3. A buttered croissant.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Now, Mike the Paris guy. I got to say, every time I want to go somewhere, I end up just going back to Paris. And it's a bad habit, but Paris is like my second home. So I've had myself a few croissants. However, it's 4.
4.
What happened?
In certain ways, it's just a worse version of a glazed donut. That might piss some people off. It's not the same thing, but it's the same sort of energy, and I love croissants, but I'm excited for what's to come here. I'm leaving the 1 and 2 open.
Would you rather have a croissant or a bagel for breakfast?
Okay, so that's like saying, would you rather meet your idol or say hi to a friend? A bagel is my goat. That's my goat. I have bagels every day, so.
I had bagels every day, and that's why I gained 10 pounds.
Okay, fair enough.
And now I stopped.
All right, cheesecake.
Okay, all right, sure. Yeah, no, it's a 2. Look, and I see these all the time. I know you guys probably got crafty. I know you probably left the best one for last, so that if I go ahead and blunder by not putting something else at 1, then I get left with that at the end. No, I'm not making that mistake. Cheesecake at 2, saving the best for last. I'm 100% sure the best is still yet to come.
You're 100% sure?
I am 90% sure.
I think it depends on your opinion.
I think it depends that you're just wrong and Zach's opinion's wrong because he loves this thing, an oatmeal raisin cookie. No one likes oatmeal raisin cookies.
Why are you laughing?
I am 0% sure.
Thank you, Michael.
Realistically, it's as crazy as this sounds, I never would have thought of it. The glazed donut's the goat out of these 5.
What?
Really?
Wow, you got to try a slutty brownie.
Oatmeal raisin's good. Look, it's good. There are better cookies.
You just put in disrespect on its name, and I don't appreciate it. But listen, we're happy to have you here still.
I'll disrespect it every day. Every day.
And look, I'm not trying to sit here and slander the oatmeal raisin. It's a good, nice, young, talented cookie. There are better cookies. This is not news.
I would totally agree. I would actually put it at the end of the bench, the 15th man on the roster.
All right, well, there's the door. We'll see you later. Your team is not winning a championship with that mentality.
Okay, so you mentioned travel before, and you said you want to start traveling with your content, with your girlfriend, just in general, see the world. I wanted to know, one, what's your favorite place you've traveled to? And I think I know the answer. You might have mentioned it a few times. And then what is one place you haven't gone that you really want to go?
Oh, yes. Great questions. Okay, Paris goat, obviously, next question. Now, Paris is the best. I in school, we had the option of a few different languages, and all of my friends took Spanish because it was probably the right play. So many different places speak Spanish. It could probably have the best chance at coming in handy. But I took French because I knew as a kid that I wanted to go to Paris at some point if I was ever able to go to Paris. And once I was in Paris, I really wanted to be able to speak French. So I took French for 10 years, and I'm so glad I did because Paris is it's the best. The vibes, the architecture, underrated. Maybe my favorite type of architecture style I've ever seen. I love it's so beautiful, the language.
The Louvre.
The Louvre, I mean, yeah, sure, right? There's so many, you can bike through Paris, and you will see 10 things you've never seen anywhere else. It's an unbelievable city.
Comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Michael. Je parle un peu de français. So you take with that what you will.
Je t'aime France.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, Brian, now I need to tell this story quick. We went to Montreal, and they speak we were in Montreal, which they speak 90% French. Yes, he's looking at me like I'm crazy. And we went in drunkenly to a McDonald's to go order some late night food. And Brian walks in and felt very French. Felt like he needed to communicate with the workers.
I had some beverages in me. I'm not going to lie.
And he goes, Dieu? And then he looks at me, and then he turns back and he goes, cheeseburgers. Didn't even put an effort into putting one for that. How do you say it? How do you say cheeseburgers in French?
I'm not not convinced that it's not just cheeseburger or something like that.
Like the Pink Panther.
Cheese is fromage, but I don't know if you would hamburger is literally hamburger.
Exactly.
So maybe you nailed it.
Yeah,
maybe I nailed it.
It's probably hamburger de fromage or something like that. But yeah, not bad.
Probably. Hey, pretty good for being drunk at 2 a.m. in Montreal.
I don't think I've ever laughed hard in my life.
And then what's the one place? Did you say the one place that you really want to go?
No, I haven't. Australia. This is number one bucket list for my entire life. And obviously you can't just go to Australia whenever you want. So I haven't gone yet, and I'm not sure if or when I'll go. But if I get to get out to Australia, I just feel everybody would be so friendly. That's what they say about Australians. Beautiful. I'm a big ocean water guy, so I want to do all that stuff. Great Barrier Reef, whatever the heck.
I've been to Australia. I went to Sydney, Melbourne, and Geelong, and it was awesome. Sydney's my favorite city that I've ever been to.
Wow. So is that where you would recommend if I do go to Australia, go to Sydney?
I think you gotta see Sydney. Sydney's pretty damn cool. The cool part about Sydney is that it's a city built on a bay, and you can go to 10 different beaches, and you could see the entire bottom southwest corner of Australia.
You're speaking my language. Awesome. I mean, that is right up my alley. That sounds amazing.
And I went to Bell's Beach where they filmed the ending of Point Break.
I wish that meant something to me. I am
damn it, Michael. Damn it.
Not a movies guy.
Doesn't know what Point Break is. Doesn't know what Slutty Brownies is.
God, I think we have a lot to share with each other. We're not educated on all fronts. I feel like we're
not educated on most fronts.
Yeah, most fronts we're really not.
One of those things I feel bad about not knowing. The other one of those things I don't feel bad at all about not knowing. You figure that out.
That's very fair.
Okay, we have, because you like to travel, we've seen your kind of effort going towards there with content. We want to do a $15 to spend with you in the realm of travel. Okay?
Done.
You have $15 to spend to create your perfect world tour. We're starting with North America. For $1, you get Topeka, Kansas. $2, you get St. Louis, Missouri. $3, you get Toronto, Canada. $4, you get Puerto Rico. $5, you get Cabo San Lucas in Mexico.
My friends were just in Cabo, and they said it was amazing. They were there for like almost a month, which is crazy.
Damn.
This might be a hot take. I think North America. Look, I've been around North America a little bit. Topeka, Kansas, man. I don't know. There's got to be some golf courses there. I could have a grand old time. And if I'm getting this for $1, that feels like value. I can go to like the GOAT places. I'm taking Kansas.
I'm gonna remind you, this is the perfect world tour.
Yeah. That's nuts.
And I got $14 left for my GOAT adventure. Give me Kansas.
Have you been to Kansas?
No, but I know a lot of golf YouTubers I follow are from Kansas City mainly, not Topeka. But look,
Kansas City's in Missouri.
I have been to St. Louis, Missouri. I have actually, so didn't want to repeat.
All right, so yeah, check Kansas off the bucket list. So you have $14. You have pretty much, you could max out everything left. Level 2, you're going to Asia. $1, you're going to Pyongyang, North Korea. I don't know how to pronounce that. $2, you're going to Seoul, South Korea. $3, you're going to New Delhi, India. $4, you're going to Hong Kong, China. And $5, you're going to Tokyo, Japan.
I think I got a problem with these rankings. Seoul, South Korea is probably, I mean, Tokyo and Seoul are definitely the two places in Asia I want to go most. And that's $2. That's insane.
Hey, take it. You can take it both if you want to.
Look, I'm going to take Seoul for South Korea, and I'll have some money left over at the end of this, and I'm going to buy myself a Milky Way bar, and we'll get out of here just fine.
No, you could buy yourself technically another location in one of these continents.
Oh, then this is unreal value. Yeah, Seoul locked in. I'm cooking.
Now you got South America. For $1, you get Caracas, Venezuela. I'm so nervous to pronounce these countries.
You're not going to do well.
Yeah, these cities, whatever. $2, you get Bogota, Colombia. $3, Lima, Peru. $4, Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Good.
And $5, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Okay, between 4 and 5 here. And look, I got money to spend, and I'm not afraid at this point to spend it. Buenos Aires, like I would have predicted almost that be at the 5, because Argentina's beautiful. And I feel like I don't know how much leeway I have with like going, in between the lines or not. But if I'm going to Buenos Aires, I'm exploring the rest of Argentina while I'm at it. I don't know if that's illegal here. I'm going to take Buenos Aires.
Okay, fine. All right. Fine, you're allowed to.
So you have $8 left, and you could splurge on this last continent.
And I will.
Level 4, you get Europe. $1, you're going to Dagestan, Russia. $2, you're going to the Birmingham, UK. $3, you're going to Istanbul, Turkey. $4, you're going to Rome, Italy. And $5, you're going to Paris, France.
Wow, you guys really know how to get me. Look, and like any sensible person, having gone to Paris more than anywhere else, would just, put Paris to the side and go somewhere you haven't gone. I'm going to take Paris.
Okay. So you have $3 left.
And then I'm going to spend the rest of, I have $2 left?
3.
I have $3 left. I'm going to spend the rest of my $3 on, what was in the 3 spot here?
Istanbul, Turkey.
I'm going to spend the rest of my $3 on Istanbul. And this has to be the greatest performance in this game's history. I get 6.
So you're going to Topeka, Kansas, Seoul, South Korea, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Paris, France, and Istanbul, Turkey.
And that's half the bucket list checked off in one trip. This is amazing.
Pretty damn good.
I'll see you in Turkey with my hair transplant that I'm not getting, but
that's why I put it on the list.
Yeah, no, I figured.
I'm pretty sure Istanbul's #1 most visited tourist spot in the world right now. So.
Really?
A lot of bald people out there.
A lot of bald people.
A lot of bald people.
I heard people that go on the planes, or like the guy, like you go on a flight tour from Istanbul.
Oh yeah,
it's a bunch of people with just like bald heads ready to go out there.
So bad.
They're either all bruised up.
Do you think he should get a hair transplant? You got to show him the back.
I think you're doing just fine. Look, I don't know how much of a risk it is. You know what I mean? I saw one video, guy vlogged his experience doing that, and I guess it was more of a trust the process thing. I wasn't sold off that video. So,
like, I'd rather just own the bald, and I feel like I got a good head for it. I got a beard.
You have a good beard for it.
Yeah, so it's like it kind of just fits together, and like I don't know, I'm still just trying to grow it. We'll see what happens. I'm taking some supplements or some things. It's not affecting me in any other way.
All right. That's enough. That's enough about the bald head.
Look, I believe in you, Zach. If you have one supporter, it's me. So
I appreciate it.
Okay, Michael, you said you started content with mainly basketball and trick shots. Correct or incorrect?
That's correct.
I just need to know, Michael, the story of, because I know you posted a video of you playing basketball after you kind of gained a following. And then there was like this outlandish kind of reaction to it that people were like shocked. Can you just give me the overall story of that?
Well, first of all, people on the internet are freaking hilarious, man. And it's probably because at the time I had built up an audience of like Wordle people, so like people that like, are really good with like word games and like, probably really smart and maybe don't have a lot of experience with sports. So I posted that video and my freaking Wordle audience is like, oh my God, how wasn't he in the NBA? Mind you, I played basketball my whole life. I was not even a D1 guy, not even close. So it's just so funny that people think, whatever. But I basketball was like, actually sports as a whole were my life growing up. I mean, as a child, I was just go, bouncing off the walls, doing any sport I can touch. And, it was my biggest passion. So obviously when I first started making videos a gazillion years ago, that was what I wanted to do. I'm very glad that didn't work out because there's not a whole lot of personality there. I want to be somebody that people want to watch because they like hearing me yap or because they, want to watch me for me. Basketball would not have given me the opportunity to do so. But I worked at it. Again, I would spend 5 hours a day, biking over to a court, missing shots for 6 years and then biking back. So like I tried at least.
That's fair. What's your favorite player / team in the NBA?
Chris Paul is my favorite player. He always has been. Now I'm a Bulls guy, right? I grew up in Chicago, so I'm a Chicago sports guy. The first ever Bulls game that I went to, I think this was Chris Paul's rookie year, so I was 5 or 6. He gave us like 35 and 10. And as a kid, you don't know any better. You don't know to root for the home team. So I was like, that's my favorite player. Like, it's got to be. And so, look, I've been following Chris Paul ever since. Jersey collection is complete. And he's, best player to never win a ring is all I'll say.
Damn. My favorite player of all time is Steve Nash. And I think Steve Nash is up there, too, with one of the best players to never win a ring.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Steve Nash was amazing. Went to my college, actually. He's the best basketball player out of Santa Clara.
Santa Clara University. Okay, so I don't know if you saw, we started a basketball channel called Makeshift Hoops. It's me and Zach, and our buddy Mike is helping with it. What was that screenshot?
Oh, sorry. I'm switching up something that I prepped in the background.
So we've been doing this new series, and I think a lot of, like the Freddy Show's been doing it. It's where you can name however many of a specific category. We wanted to test you about your basketball knowledge.
Okay, this is the I can name? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
So
I'm ready.
We're kind of going to rig the setup and you're going to be the one to name it, but we're going to, you're going to start the video and we're going to go back and forth for a little bit and then we're just going to get to the number.
All right, done.
We're going to leave that in just so we're transparent.
Okay, sure.
You heard it here first, guys.
So you go first.
Is this just players? Is this point guards? Is this what?
Basketball players.
This is just basketball players?
Yes, sir. In 30 seconds.
I can name one basketball player.
I can name 5 basketball players.
I can name 10 basketball players.
I can name 15 basketball players.
I'm fairly confident I can name 25 basketball players.
I could do 26.
I can do 27.
No.
I can name 30 basketball players, no problem.
All right, that's a challenge. We're going to challenge you there. That's 1 per second.
Done.
3, 2, 1, go.
Chris Paul, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, Hakeem Olajuwon, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Derrick Rose, John Starks, Allen Houston, Walt Frazier, Clyde Drexler, Damian Lillard, Robert Horry, Robert Parrish, Jimmy Butler, Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, friggin' Tony Kukoc, BJ Armstrong, Steve Nash, Steve Kerr, Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Sam Perkins.
Time. That was 33. I think it was 33 or 34 or 32. But you did it.
Man, we went down a freaking rabbit hole there. I don't know when I got to like old timey Blazers, but it happened.
That was a crazy list.
I saw that you went to the old time Knicks for a little bit. You went the John Starks route. I think you might have said Larry Johnson in there, and then you went to the Bulls.
I was going like, okay, current players, and then I was like, all right, well, best players of all time. And then I was like, okay, here's a Knicks guy that I'll just do that. And then I was like, why have I not named Bulls players yet? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, favorite team.
I think you might have only named John Starks, which was from the Knicks, which
Allen Houston. He said.
Oh, he said John Starks and Allen Houston.
Patrick Ewing. I was there.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Okay. See, I don't pay attention apparently.
That was pretty damn good. Pretty impressive. Our buddy said he could name like 18 point guards, and he just cracked under the pressure and did not want us to post the video. But the video did really well.
Oh, I'm sure it did. And look, it's funny. I almost think that point guards would be easier because then you like have a box that you're put into with thinking. NBA players, it's like, where the heck do I go? You got to spend time just thinking where you go. Point guards, it's like,
true.
You know.
Well, are you ready for this then? I can name 1 point guard.
I can name 5 point guards.
I can name 10 point guards.
I can name 15 point guards.
I can name 20 point guards.
I can name 21 point guards.
Okay, let's make him do it.
No, he did really well. Let's
point guards, though. It's point guards.
Yeah.
It's a little more specific.
All
It's
right,
tough.
I can name 22.
I can name 23 point guards.
3, 2, 1, go.
Chris Paul, Derrick Rose, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Brandon Jennings, Monte Ellis, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Etuan Moore, what the? Drew Holiday, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, John Morant, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Magic Johnson, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe, Pete Maravich played point guard at some point in his career, Jerry West, Allen Iverson, that kind of counts. We got Damian Lillard.
And that's time.
You did with that.
That was 24.
24. Man, that was... I regret saying that point guards was easier. I will say that.
That was pretty impressive, though. I don't know if I could get to 24 point guards. I think I would crack under the pressure.
So we did a series recently, Michael, where we went and removed 5 NBA logos completely overall, right? And we did one every podcast for X amount of podcasts until we got to the best logo in the NBA.
Ooh, interesting. I like that idea. Good idea, guys.
Do you know who won?
I mean, I'm going to vouch for the Bulls. But if it's not the Bulls, maybe the Raptors?
I picked the Bulls.
Rightfully so, man. Good job. Proud of you.
Yep, I did pick the Bulls.
So one thing we thought throughout the process is like NBA logos used to be so much better than they are now.
Oh, yeah.
So like, what's your favorite throwback logo?
I think the best throwback logo has got to be Grizzlies. Vancouver Grizzlies. Man, that thing was elite.
Yes!
Elite. As far as a logo goes. Now, you can go to throwback jerseys, and I got a few takes there. But man, that Grizzlies logo was nuts.
Okay, I'm happy you said the Grizzlies. I have a series where I found someone who redesigned every NBA logo. Since I was so unhappy with it, I wanted to find someone who'd redesign the logos for the NBA. And I want you to do a this or that with the new NBA logos, okay?
Okay, sweet. I like that.
Which redesigned NBA logo do you like better? The Memphis Grizzlies or the Phoenix Suns?
Oh, wow. Okay, redesigner was cooking early. I'm going to give this one to the Suns, though, for sure. I think it's clean. The colorway is freaking electric. The cactus is an amazing touch.
I actually agree. I think the colors in the Grizzlies ones doesn't really work that well, and I like the Suns design. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like don't the Grizzlies have the like one weird alternate yellow jersey that they wear and it doesn't really work? I like the Suns here.
I do like how they brought the bear back though, right? It's just not the same like more realistic bear.
The bear kind of looks like college vibes.
Yes.
Looks like a college team.
Agreed.
The Miami Heat or the Houston Rockets?
Wow, interesting. This one is a no-brainer for me, and it's the Heat because I don't see the I don't see a rocket. I see the space theme, but I feel like if the Houston Rockets logo now, I think is kind of underrated. I don't really see a rocket though in this one.
Look below the logo, like at the bottom part. There's a guy, a spaceman, launching to dunk a basketball.
Right, and I like it, but again, it's not a rocket, and they're the Rockets, so they should have a rocket. I think the Heat logo is electric. That's pretty sick.
The Brooklyn Nets or the Chicago Bulls?
Ew.
It's tough with the Nets because what do you really do? You know, like you can only have as much creative freedom as you can have when your team name is the Nets. I actually think, and I look to this redesigner. I love you. You've done amazing first 2 rounds. I do think this Bulls logo is a slight downgrade, but I am going to take it here over the Nets.
I hate that Bulls logo. I think that doesn't even look like a bull.
I'm kind of with you, but the Nets looks like
the
a
Nets
planet.
are so boring.
The Nets looks like a planet. It's like Jupiter.
It's Planet Net.
Saturn.
It actually looks like Saturn, yeah.
I kind of like the Nets logo. I think it's better than the one that they have now.
The Nets are never going to have a cool logo.
If they were the Brooklyn Saturns, then props, but they're not, unfortunately.
That would make Brooklyn Planets, yeah. That'd be a stupid name. The Nets are never going to win anything. I'm a Nets fan. That's why I'm saying this. All right, we have one more game for you, a new series that we've been doing, the 6, 12, 18, 24. I don't know if you've seen it. You kind of assign the number to each category that we give you.
I've tuned in. I figured this would be here. Yeah, I tuned in.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I got to say, from previous videos that you guys have done on this, I hope I don't have to actually do this. That's for sure.
How many slices of pizza are you eating in a day? How many alcoholic beverages are you drinking in a day? How many miles are you running in one day? And how many days without electricity are you going?
Okay, curveball at the end.
6, 12, 18, 24, line them up.
All right, I think off the bat, slices of pizza and miles running play well with each other. I'm going to need at least the amount of miles of the pizza so that I don't come out of here a different human.
Fair.
I notoriously have a bad appetite. Like not a bad appetite, but a small one. Like I can't put down even a whole pizza. So that'll be tough. Off the bat, alcoholic beverages, lowest, 6. I can't, just more than that is a mission for me. So.
Would you get a little kooky, a little too wacky?
Yeah, I'm definitely what they call a lightweight. And I'm proud to be, man. I'm just not that in on alcohol. So
it's honestly like a good move. Like I'm kind of jealous of you. Like I wish I was a lightweight because you spend way less money.
That's why alcohol sucks so much. 100%. That's the reason alcohol sucks so much is because it's so dang expensive. If it was normal, it'd be like, all right, yeah, worth it. But it's not. It's ridiculous.
I think we've lost the art of the pregame, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a whole rabbit
I also
hole
don't really
to go
like
down.
go out and like in an event like that. It's more like go get a few drinks with your friends type vibe.
And then it turns into 12
And then it
drinks.
turns into, yeah, okay.
So you do go out like that.
Okay, so that's the 6. Days without
6 alcoholic beverages.
Days without electricity. I was gonna say, man, I'd really have to prep for that, like post schedule wise, because I kind of need it for the old career now, Jim. And I don't take days off. One thing about me is I never like take a day of content off because I like it too much. So I don't think I can give that the 24. But I also, man, this is. Can I prep 25 videos and have someone else post for me? No. So that's gonna get the 12.
Okay, that's fair enough.
No, scratch that. Yeah, wait, is it 6, 12, 18, 24?
Yeah.
6, 12, 18, 24.
Electricity is gonna get the 12. I just need to be filming videos, man. That's my identity.
Very fair.
Realistically, if I spent the entire day, I could 100% get off 24 miles the whole day. And I'm not a super good distance runner, but the whole day, yeah, give me the 24 miles, and then I'll take the 18 pizza and I'll run them off. It'll be great.
You're basically running a marathon in a day.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
People do that in 3 hours. I can do that in 24.
I think like world setting paces are like
Honestly,
2 hours.
Michael, I think I got a new video idea for you. Running a marathon in a day in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That how to make it a Michael DiCostanzo video in Paris. Yeah.
1 slice of pizza per mile.
I think I could get it off. I got no problem doing that.
All right, I don't hate that answer at all. You mentioned not going a long time without posting and you don't take days off. How many videos a day do you post? How much was the most you've posted in a day? And have you ever missed a day?
It's so funny you asked this because in college, I thought, like, I used to post a gazillion times a day and, like, live stream playing Wordle and doing brackets for also, like, 3-4 hours a day. So I thought, and I know now that this is not the case, but I thought that if you post as many times as possible, that's the best. So I, at one point, for, like, a month or two, posted 10 TikToks a day. And
damn,
they would just be, Wordle videos, Wordle games, trivia, anything I can do. And this is like all I did all day is just make videos and go live. Obviously, don't do that, fellow content creators, if you're watching, because then, people are not going to want to watch you 10 times a day and they're going to scroll. And that's going to tell TikTok, hey, these people don't like your videos. Let's not push it to the algorithm. But I did that for a while. Yeah. I would do that now if it was the right play. I really would. That's how much I like it. Have I ever missed a day? Yeah, I hadn't missed a day until like 2 months ago. And I missed my first day ever.
Wow. What caused that?
Not proud of it. We were on a trip. I can't remember if it was like Paris or Boston or something like that. But we were on a trip. My girlfriend and I. It was like it was a romantic, date type trip, and I didn't have anything prepared.
Wait, time out. I'm calling it time out because I didn't. It slipped past me. Paris and Boston. Are you comparing those two?
No, I just don't remember exactly which trip it was. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Those are like the two places we've essentially gone most recently.
Okay. Fair.
But yeah, it was romantic. I didn't, feel the need to like grab my phone and start filming something just to get a post up that day. But that was, I didn't even post, because usually I'm posting one TikTok on the main account, one on the backup account, one or two on the third account, and then I got, an Instagram reel, a YouTube short, maybe a long form. So I didn't do any of that day. Not proud of it. Won't happen again.
That makes sense. Hey, we miss some days from time to time, but we try. We still post 6 times a day.
Heck yeah, guys. I freaking respect. You guys are speaking my language. I love it.
Some videos do well. Some videos do like average, and then some videos do fantastic.
I feel like it is easier in kind of like a podcast format when we're like sitting across the table from each other and we could film 60 videos in like 2 hours. Yeah. Versus like if you're trying to go to New York to get your girlfriend a bagel, obviously you can't do 6 of those in a day.
That was the only video that day, that's for sure. But yeah, look, with Wordle, you could crank them out, man. Back when Wordle was a thing. So.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's all we have for you, Michael.
Woo! That was fun. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming on. Plug anything that you have coming up or whatever you're trying to promote, your channels, whatever it may be.
Yeah, big content plan, big focus of my future is long form YouTube. I'm working on it. I've only posted twice, but relax. I'm getting on it. By the time this is out, there'll be a third, and then there'll be a fourth. I'm trying to go to every state in America next year, maybe. So
hell yeah.
That'll be a series, and then everything else is just Michael.DiCostanzo. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Love it. Pleasure, man. Well, that's a wrap for the podcast. Podcast 111.
111.
Wow. Can't believe you made this
111.
far. Michael, thanks for coming on. We'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen, dear.